Hello guys, good evening to you wherever you're watching this video from. Don't forget that this is Javins TV. Kindly stay tuned on this channel. Kindly subscribe if you're just new here. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much also for sharing. Right now I have three wonderful captions which I would like us to discuss this evening. And the first one here I have is Kukah writes U.S. House alleges persecution of Christians based on faith. Reverend Kukah has written to the U.S. House saying that Christians in Nigeria are being persecuted based on their faith. That is the first one we have. The second one here is that President Muhammad Buhari has reacted to Bishop Kukah's letter that was written to U.S. House. He has reacted. He is not happy, but by my own opinion, he must not be happy about this because many things have happened, and I think Reverend Kukah is his brother, of which he has recognized what is not good, what is not going well in the country, and he has been lamenting on this. Now he has taken to his he has written to the US House alleging the persecution of the Christians in Nigeria, and President Muhammad Buhari is not happy about this. But we do not want him to be happy. No matter how he sees it, the truth has been told. And the third one here is that Army Chief speaks on insecurity. Army Chief has spoken on insecurity. As we go deep into this, we are going to know what the Army Chief has said on insecurity that has flooded Nigeria. Okay, right now let's go. Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Sokoto, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kukah, has written to the United States House of Representatives Foreign Affairs Committee on Religious Freedom and alleged the persecution of Christians in Nigeria based on their faith and not crimes. Kukah said the faith-based harassment of Christians posed one of the greatest threats to the country's existence and common humanity. He said the challenge of rebuilding the country and moving it away from the brink required the collective effort of all Nigerians. The Catholic priest has come under threat and verbal attack from Muslims and other non-Christians lately for his views on the state of the nation. In the statement to the U.S. House Committee, Kukah urged international aid organizations to reset the templates of their engagement with countries in conflict. He stated that Nigeria currently needed support for education, orphans, widows, and other victims of violence. Speaking to the conscience of Muslims, Kukah said good Muslims must rise in defense of their religion by reversing the rising perception of Islam as inhuman. He said Nigeria had remained volatile since independence, stressing that with over 500 languages, the country is one of the most perplexing works of creation. Kukah accused President Muhammad Buhari of running a nepotic administration, saying the challenge of rebuilding our country, moving it away from the brink, requires collective efforts on our part. However, the policy choices of this government have reversed the gains we made in the area of peaceful coexistence and dialogue. We cannot give up. We must renew our commitment to creating a just society. Kukah alleged the stiffening of religious freedoms under the Buhari government. He said the existence of the Christian community in Nigeria had been that of a tragic culture of persecution and death, recounting an incident in January last year when 4 seminarians were kidnapped inside the Good Shepherd Major Seminary, Kaduna. According to Kukah, after prolonged negotiations and the payment of ransom, 3 of them were released, while one, Michael Nnadi from the Diocese of Sokoto, was brutally murdered. There have been dastardly actions directed at Christians because of their faith. We have cases of pastoral agents such as priests and nuns who have been kidnapped, released, and after the payment of ransom, or brutally murdered. Churches, medical facilities, presbyteries have been razed to the ground with no provocations from the communities. He urged the international community to rise in defense of the freedom of Christians everywhere in the world to live and practice their faith without persecution. The priest lamented the inability of the government to harness and maximize the rich diversity of the country for national progress. He said, with over 500 tongues, Nigeria remains one of the most enigmatic pieces of God's real estate on earth, running, stumbling, but never fatally falling. Except for a brief civil war, she is home to 1 out of 5 black people on earth. Highly resourced, but endemically corrupt. A combination of serious governance missteps, series of military coups, years of maladministration, a culture of violence have seriously slowed down what should have been one of the greatest nations on earth. It has left its people vulnerable to poverty, disease, violence, and death. Kukah further told the public hearing that the most critical needs of many Nigerian victims of violence were education for orphans as well as support for widows and other victims of violence. He said bringing succor to these suffering citizens required not only huge financing but also a better approach to meeting such needs. My appeal, therefore, is that aid agencies consider more practical ways of engaging church structures to alleviate the sufferings of the victims of persecution by way of granting scholarships to vulnerable students or vulnerable children in the nation. This is what Reverend Kukah gave, the letter he gave to the U.S. Congress. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has reacted to Kukah's comment at the U.S. Congress. Let us hear what he has said. President Muhammadu Buhari has berated the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Sokoto, Matthew Kukah, over his comments during a meeting with members of the U.S. Parliament. Now, Niger News has reported that Kukah had told the U.S. Congress that the Buhari administration is doing nothing to quell attacks on Christians, which is on the increase. According to the Catholic extremists, bandits, Fulani herdsmen, and Boko Haram were targeting many schools in the north, especially Christian ones, and are indoctrinating the children. They end up converting these children to wives, cooks, spies, sexual slaves, and so on. But reacting on behalf of Buhari, the President's media and publicity assistant Garba Shehu accused Kukah of carrying out the work of opposition political parties, while insisting that there is no bias against Christians in the present administration. The presidency stated that appointments are not given based on tribe or religion. Garba Shehu also pointed out that most of those affected by bandits, Fulani herdsmen, and Boko Haram are mostly northern Muslims. Now, a particular group in Nigeria writes to US President over kidnapped students. This is the third caption we have. There's a particular group in Nigeria which have allegedly written to the US President over the increase of kidnapping activities, of especially the kidnapping of students, the increase in the kidnap of students. They have decided to write to the US President Joe Biden. Let us hear what this group has said. A Nigerian group concerned Advocates for Good Governance, CAGG, has written a letter to the President of the United States, Joe Biden, pleading with him to assist the federal government of Nigeria to make sure that the 348 students, that's 348 students who were kidnapped, abducted in Niger, Kaduna, and Kebbi states. The coordinator of the group, Olusegun Bambose, who signed the letter, told the US President that the security condition of Nigeria is getting worse. And Nigeria is getting worse, and the country needs foreign assistance to help her tackle banditry and terrorism across the country. Yeah, this is all I have for us this evening. I will be right back. Kindly help me share this news. Thank you very much, my dear people.